Let me give you the secret to getting everything you want in life. You've got to pay attention to the crap that's going on in your life that you don't like. The reason why you need to do this is because that contrast serves a purpose. So if I'm not aware of the things that I don't like and I'm not making conscious decisions to redirect my thoughts into the things that I do like, then my life is never going to change. There is a sweet spot in the middle of the positive and the negative. And the contrast does serve the purpose. Like everything was created with positive and negative, the polarity. That's how the earth was created. That's how everything stays in balance, is with the positive and the negative. But there's a sweet spot in the middle, which is you. And that sweet spot in the middle is called neutrality. You're the neutral person in the middle of the contrast, where in that moment that you understand and that you realize you get to choose, you get to decide if you want to stay in the negative or if you just want to observe it and then say, you know what, I don't like that. I'm going to make a different choice, or I'm going to start saying affirmations, or I'm going to start saying life is always working out for me. You can choose that and go in that positive direction, a direction that actually serves you in your life. Or you can go down the rabbit hole of the negative and say, poor me, my life is never going to change. See, I knew it. Just when things go good, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. You guys have to understand that there's that middle part, that neutrality, where nothing is good or bad until you put the meaning on it. And so often, when you're looking at all the stuff that you don't like, all the shit in your life that you don't like, all the things that are going wrong, in that moment, you are deciding to put meaning on it that it's bad. And then you wallow in the bad. What if we put a meaning on the bad that it's not bad? What if we just observed people, places, events, and circumstances that are going on in our lives and say, you know what? How can I take this situation and put a good meaning on it? In other words, how can I use it to send me in a direction that actually benefits my life? But so often you guys are living your life by default. So often you guys are just letting life happen to you instead of looking at life happening for you and by you. I think that was the biggest key for me when I was learning how to do all this 3 decades ago. Was I was always thinking that life is happening to me. Like, why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? And I never took personal responsibility for it, that life is happening by me. And then once I understood and took personal responsibility that I was creating this, that it was life was literally happening by me and my actions and my thoughts and my beliefs, then I could turn those actionable steps that I was taking, my thoughts, my beliefs, the steps I was taking, the results I was getting, I could turn that into a life that's happening for me. That the negative shit was coming into my life for me, for a reason, so that I could make the decision that I don't like it. And that I can decide to go in a different direction, one that does serve me. So the key and the secret to creating the life that you want is being neutral in the middle of any circumstance that's going on in your life, any event, any person that's going on in your life, and staying neutral for a moment and then saying, I'm going to deliberately and intentionally apply a meaning to this that actually benefits me. I think that really is the secret to everything. Now, how do you do that? Right? That would be the question. There's a lot of tools and resources that you can use. I journal every day, right? I start to create a different mindset and a different belief system, one that does serve me. I write affirmations. I write things out that I'm grateful for. I set my intention for the day, and I do this in a very intentional and deliberate way. And I've spoke about this a lot on some of my lives and some of my content that I create on different social media platforms. Uh, the intention is this: I'm into numerology, and the number 12 is very significant for many, many, many reasons, and reasons that I probably shouldn't get into right now. Um, but the number 12, just trust me on this one, is significant. So in my journaling in the morning, I write out 8 things that I'm grateful for. And those could be a combination of things I'm currently grateful for that are happening in my life right now. And it could be things that I'm grateful for in advance, knowing that it's already done. And I'm thanking God, Source, Creator, Universe in advance for those things, knowing that it's done so that I can alleviate the worry. Because if I know it's done, I'm not worried about it. If I know it's done, I'm not living in fear or doubt or lack. If it's a done deal, I release the worry and I just let it unfold however it wants to unfold, and I show gratitude for that. So 8 things that I'm grateful for, either current or in advance. And then I write out 3 I am statements. So things like, I am enough, I am worthy, I am unstoppable, I am a badass, I am successful, I am rich, I am whatever the I am statements are that I'm feeling in the moment, that I write them out if I'm feeling a sense of insecurity somewhere in me, and I'll write out an I am affirmation that combats that security, that's the insecurity that's the opposite of it. So if today I'm feeling just not enough, like I'm just not enough for a variety of reasons or people, then I will write out, I am enough. Now, I follow up those 3 I am affirmations with a very, very powerful exclamation point, which is this: yes, I am. I followed up with a yes, I am. So I am enough. Yes, I am. I am worthy. Yes, I am. I am unstoppable. Yes, I am. I am rich. Yes, I am. I am powerful. Yes, I am. I am smart. Yes, I am. I'm successful. Yes, I am. The reason why I followed up with an immediate yes, I am is because in between the desire that you have and that next thought, that's your belief. And so often you'll say things like this: I'm enough. And the next thought that we call a feeling thought, which is your actual belief, is bullshit. No, you're not. I am enough. No, I'm not. Your brain immediately wants to throw in a negative. And that's programming. You've been talking to yourself like this for your whole life. Your brain is only its only function, your brain, is to collect data that comes in from all different aspects, to collect that data, process it, analyze it, and then protect you from anything that may hurt you, anything that it thinks may hurt you. So as an example, if the statement is, I am enough, and your brain says, bullshit, no, you're not, your brain is just trying to protect you from rejection, resentment, disappointment. And so it's like, you know what? Stay small. Don't put yourself out there. Don't throw yourself out into the world where everybody can see you, because you don't want other people to tell you that, you know what, that's bullshit. You're not enough. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not young enough. You're not old enough. You don't have enough education. You're not certified. You don't have a business. You don't know how to invest. You don't know how to take care of your money. Like, your brain is trying to protect you from that. So it's telling you, don't put yourself out there and say you're enough when there are other people around that are going to say that you're not, because I don't want you to get hurt. And so that is your actual core belief, is that next feeling thought. So my desire is, I want to be successful. And you say to yourself in an affirmation, I am successful. And your brain says, bullshit. No, you're not. You got no money. You got no business. Like, you're struggling. And you're like, oh man, nah, that's true. That's true. Now the worry and the doubt and the fear and the lack starts to kick in. But if you can catch it, if you can catch that next thought and be intentional with it and say something like this: I am successful. Yes, I am. Do you see how your brain didn't have a chance to kink in with the negative beliefs of protection? I'm successful. Yes, I am. I'm worthy. Yes, I am. I'm deserved. Yes, I am. So those 3 I am affirmations and following it up with the exclamation point of yes, I am is super important in this journaling that you're doing every single morning, by the way. So 8 things of gratitude, either current or in advance, 3 I am statements followed with the exclamation point of yes, I am. And then you write out your intention for the day. My intention today is ... I can give you a few examples of some of the intentions that I set for myself each day from my journaling. My intention today is to do the work, then lean back and receive. And I keep that intention with me all day. My intention today is to focus on the needs of my clients. My intention today is to stay aligned with my desires. My intention today is to feel like abundance is flowing. This is a good one. My intention today is to obsess over the feelings and thoughts that create the reality that I desire. My intention today is to obsess over the feelings and thoughts that create the reality that I desire. These are powerful statements. I always write thank you, thank you, thank you when I'm done, and I sign it and date it every single day. So 8 things of gratitude, 3 I am statements, and 1 intention for the day, followed by a thank you, thank you, thank you, a signature, and a date. So that would be 12. 8 plus 3 plus 1 is 12. It's important. It's really important. Trust me. Try it. Now, when you're doing this type of thing, this podcast, this episode is talking about the secret to creating the life that you desire, and what holds you back, and some of the tools and resources that you can use to do that. So when you are feeling frustrated or down or doubtful or fearful of things in your life, it's simply because you're noticing things in your life that you don't like and you're applying a bad meaning to it, because there is no good or bad until you apply meaning to it. And then you're going down that rabbit hole instead of staying in the middle and staying neutral and deciding which direction you want to go that serves you, that makes you feel better. Because at the end of the day, all of the affirmations, all of the journaling, all of the things that you're doing, the meditations, the guided meditations at night, all of the things that you're doing is for one reason only. And that reason is to create a new belief system. That's the only reason for it. It's to create a new belief system, one that makes you feel better, one that makes you feel more hopeful, one that makes you feel more positive. That's the only reason why you're doing this. And all of the tools and the tips and the resources that I give people to do is to give you enough of a variety of things to choose from, that so that you can find the ones that make you feel the most hopeful, that make you feel happiest, that make you feel abundant. It doesn't matter to me what tools you use, because it's different for everybody. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me, and on and on and on. So you have to play in the what I call the energy of these different things, and through trial and error, figure out which ones you like, which ones work, and start paying attention. Start paying attention. So every morning, I have a routine that I do. We call it the $1 million morning routine, and I start off with writing out my journaling, my 12 things. After that, I sit quietly for a few minutes and just ask God, source, creator, universe, what do I need to know and what do I need to do? And then I shut the hell up and I wait for the answers. And then I say out loud, to God, source, creator, universe, show me how great today can be. That I know, that life is always working out for me, and that it's always this where I am or better. Thank you, yes, and more, please. And that's how I start off every single morning. And then I pay attention to the results of my actions, because the way this whole thing works is you have certain beliefs and habits that you have cultivated and created your entire life. And those beliefs and those habits will lead to emotions. And those emotions dictate what you do next. And what you do next dictates what you're going to receive or the results. So your thoughts create your emotions create the actions, and the actions create the results. And then the cycle continues. It continues on a downward spiral if you are not aware and intentional with things. So it's super important to be intentional with your life, with every aspect. If you're not, you're just floating through life, living it by default. And that's not the way life is supposed to be for you. You're supposed to know, like you know, that you can have and do and be anything that you want. Anything that you want. The sky isn't even the limit for you. So what is it that you want? What do you want out of life? What steps are you going to take in the direction that is in alignment with your desires? That would be the number one question. Is if you're not doing anything to better your life will not change. Your life will get worse, and they're and scratch your head and say, I don't understand why this continues to happen to me. Why does this keep happening to me? It keeps happening because the cycle continues. You keep doing, what is it, Einstein or whoever, the famous quote that says, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. That will drive you insane. You will sit there and scratch your head and not understand and try to figure it out. And you will point fingers and blame him and her and it and them and they and the government and everybody else for your life, instead of taking full responsibility for it and saying, you know what, my thoughts and my beliefs create emotions inside of me, one of lack and fear and doubt and unworthiness and undeservedness in every area. And those thoughts and those beliefs and those emotions are creating the way I interact with life. And the way I interact with life is bringing me a result. And I don't like the result. So if you don't like the result, then you have to go back to the root of the problem. The root of the issue are your thoughts and your beliefs and the emotions that you're attaching to it. And that, my friend, can be changed. So take some of these things that I've given you, some of these tools, these resources, these tips, and try them. Just try them. Try journaling every single morning. Just try it for a few days. Try it for a few days. Write down 8 things you're grateful for, 3 I am statements following with the yes I am, and writing out your intention for each day. And it can be different every single day in all of those 3 areas. It can be different. I want you to write thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to sign it and date it. And then I want you to pay attention. I want you to say the affirmation that I use every day: God, source, creator, universe, show me how great today can be. I know that life is always working out for me. It's always this or something better. Yes, thank you, and more, please. And do it and stay consistent with it just for a few days. Try it for 3 days. And then pay attention to how things feel different, how it feels like things are moving in a different direction. Like all of a sudden, things are really starting to work out for you. And at first, you'll feel a little bit like, is this a fluke? Is this just a coincidence? And I will tell you right now, there are no coincidences. There are only synchronicities. And what you're experiencing is a result from you. So give it a try. Let me know. And just know that I love you very much. And I hope you guys have an amazing start to your week. All right. Talk to you soon.